been highly critical of Errol Spence Jr. Where does that criticism come from?
The fact that he's afraid. He's afraid, yet he has all the belts. He's afraid of Terrence Crawford. He's afraid of Terrence Crawford. What was making that fight so long? He waited so long that he became devastated. If you don't do what's right, you will be cursed. And guess what happens? We don't see him fight for anything for a long time. One injury after the next. Car injury, this injury, eye injury. He missed the fucking opportunity to beat fucking Manny Pacquiao. What now? He's a coward.
When I made this video right here, people said I was tripping, that I was hating on Errol Spence, that I was, you know, the usual stuff. I told people it ain't nothing personal. I'm just calling it how I see it. This is how I feel. This is what it is. So that's what you get. But, you know, when you fanboy for man, it causes you to think irrational and talk a lot of crap. But you can't wrap around your brain that this person is just speaking it how they see it. The same thing that Blair Cobbs is doing right now. He just speaking it how he see it. Now, you could say he's trying to be this, he's trying to be that, he's hating. That's the same stuff you all said to me. But the difference is, since I guess you guys have discovered that Terrence Bud Crawford and Errol Spence don't seem to be getting done no time soon, and all because of a few words that Errol Spence said, which was "we'll see." See, after Errol Spence said that "we'll see," these same people that talked about me for making this video right here and this video right here, you wouldn't believe it, has came back around to apologize to me. Say, hey, man, my bad. I said this and I said that. Man, you was just calling it how it was, man. It wasn't really like that, man. I'm sorry. This is, you know, it's bad when people that attack me have circled back around to apologize to me because of the actions and all the stuff that you've been showing them, that they'll come back and now apologize to me for it. And just like I told them now, like I told y'all, it wasn't nothing personal. I was just calling it how I see it. You know what I'm saying? I looked at it just like that. Now, this situation is blown so out of control due to Errol Spence, I'll speak on that in a second, that you can't avoid it. Now, everybody has to recognize, hey, man, you need to stop ducking. Or this man is scared of Terrence Bud Crawford. Like I said in my last video, Errol Spence helped engineer everything that's being said by him. Because like I said in that video, I'm going to say it again. It wasn't just that you ducked. It's how you ducked. Do you realize by just acknowledging Terrence Bud Crawford's existence in interviews would have alleviated a whole lot of the stuff that's being said by just acknowledging him in an interview? Once again, it's not that you ducked, it's how you ducked. At least when some people duck, they at least talk about the person that they're ducking and at least pretend that they're going to fight him. Anytime Terrence Bud Crawford's name was brought up, he downplayed him. He said, who is he? He walked away from the interview. He said, I ain't worried about that. He acted like he was too big to consider Terrence Bud Crawford. Terrence Crawford is a little guy. He needs to go do this. He needs to humble himself. Don't nobody want his belt. He's across the street. He gonna have to come over here and sign. Come on, we know all the goalposts because I done made all the videos about him, so we know all that. And all he ever had to do was acknowledge Terrence Bud Crawford like this. Yeah, you know what? That's a fight that's definitely on my itinerary. We're definitely going to get that done. That fight's a little bit more complicated due to the business, but it's definitely something that I'm going to make happen because I ain't leaving this division till me and him get it on, but it's going to take a little bit of time, so y'all going to have to be patient with that. Boom! Do you know how much shit that would have alleviated? But instead, I'm going to go chill on my ranch. Who is Terrence Bud Crawford? He need to go sit down. He can't sell a barbecue. He need to worry about this. He need to worry about that. He need to accept this offer. Speaking of offers, that's the other thing that pissed people off. Now that people that discovered that Ugas and Errol Spence is splitting, doing a 50-50, it got people like, what the fuck? You know, that's a 50-50. Crawford's been asked for a 50-50. You said no. You give Ugas 50-50, then you turn around and give Mikey Garcia 50-50. So people like, well, what the hell? What is it, Errol? What is it? to the point they double back on me and say, hey, I was wrong. I misjudged you. My bad. You was right. I know. But a lot of this shit, Errol Spence did. The difference is I'm not going to hold nobody up. I'm going to talk about your good and your bad. I'm not going to hold you up. But I seen it back then. Do you want to know why? Because I am a person who can't stand no coward ass shit. That's why I created the Duck Chronicles. That's why I am the creator of the Duck Chronicle. There's a few things I can't stand. I can't stand cowards. I can't stand rapists. I can't stand pedophiles. That's my top pet peeve of people. Hell, you know how some people say, oh man, I can't stand no damn thief. I can even somewhat tolerate a thief. I don't like them, but that's my top. And yellow-hearted stuff, cowardness and stuff, I despise it with a passion. I done broke up with friends because I done seen their yellow streak. I said, no, I can't hang around you no more because some might go out here and go off, and I know I can't depend on you. I love myself, so I'm not going to surround myself with somebody like you. I'm going to surround myself with somebody who's like me. You know, that if something go down, I ain't got to worry about too much. I know you'll spring into action. And I'm dead serious about that stuff. And he was one of my best friends. That's the only problem we ever had. But that broke the camel's back, you know? And it actually hurt me because that was my dog. He was like my brother. But I don't roll like that. Can't do it. There's too much shit goes on in the world. And I need to know that you right there behind me, not been in a corner. You know, I say that to say so you understand the personality of the person who made these kind of videos and said this kind of thing, because that contributes how I talk and how I view things. But now it's at the point where everybody's recognizing what's going on with Errol Spence. You know, he's still saying we'll see. I said cut him a break. If he don't call Terrence Bud Crawford out after the Ugas fight, then we can go back in on him. But it looked like I don't need to, you know, because he's still acting like we'll see. After the car crash, after almost losing the fight, you know, that was almost going to be gone forever. After almost losing him, he's still talking like this. He don't want to fight Terrence Bud Crawford, and that's just the way it is at the end of the damn day, you know. But you can't get mad at people like Blair Cobbs, because the same shit I'm saying Blair Cobbs has said. That's the same thing that Roy Jones have said. That's the same thing James Toney has said. That's the same thing Max Kellerman then said. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing Andre Ward then said. See, this is the thing with a person like me. You better be careful what you proclaim to be. Because with the kind of person that I am, I'm going to believe you. And guess what? I'm going to hold you to that standard. And if you start moving or shaking anything outside of the realm of what you proclaim that you are and what your fans have proclaimed that you are, it's going to stick out to me like a sore thumb. I didn't make Errol Spence call himself the truth. He said he was the truth. Y'all believe he was the truth. I didn't call him the boogeyman. He called himself the boogeyman. I didn't say he was the dog of the division. He said he was the dog of the division. So guess what? I expected truth stuff. I expected the dog of the division type stuff. I'm expecting, you know what I'm saying? If you got all that heart and you got all that talent and stuff like that, I'm going to expect you to want to put that on the wood and gamble on yourself. Throw it down. Let me see it. When you don't start doing that, I'm going to call you out, because I never asked you, and I never looked at you as this so-called top #1 killer everybody's running from. You ain't afraid of nobody. You hit harder than anybody around, stuff like that. Okay, so if that's what you proclaim, that's what I'm going to hold you to. And when I see it doesn't match, I'm not allowed to say nothing. That's the same thing I was saying to the people who had a problem with the video that I made. I was like, y'all called him this. He called himself that. Because I believed you and I see something different, I'm wrong? That doesn't make no sense at the end of the day. But all this shit you hear going on with Errol Spence, he helped engineer it. Like I said, a lot of this shit could have been avoided by just acknowledging Terrence Bud Crawford's existence. It's not that you ducked, it's how you ducked. I don't know how many times I gotta say, it's how you ducked. By acting like you too big to acknowledge who this man is. And then See, to dismiss Terrence Bud Crawford is to dismiss boxing fans who want to see the fight with you and Bud Crawford. And since boxing is so of a circus act, you know what I'm saying, we jump at the opportunities to get the fights that we want to see. So when you say that, hell, how is that any different from me talking about Canelo Alvarez? He know damn well the fights that the people want to see, because he said it. He said, yeah, I'll fight Jamal Charlo, and you know, that's a fight that the people want to see. Yeah. So he knows it's what the people want to see. How is that any different from what the fuck Canelo's doing? You know this is what the people want to see. So when you dismissing it and kicking it down the road, do you really give a fuck about what the people want to see? You know what I mean? I'm out, man.
He's a coward, and I don't respect cowards. I know he's a good fighter, but he's a coward. And he ruined boxing.